Hey, welcome back. So let us continue in our discussion for chapter 19 about collections. Okay, Java collections framework. And the first example and the discussion is about list interface implementation. Okay. And the example is Java collection list. And we have two files, a book class and list application. Okay. So the book class is a pretty simple one. So it implement the clonable interface as ID and name. And it has some common operations, operator, and get and set methods, and also toString equals method. And in this class, we also defined a customized sorting comparator, okay, which implements a comparator comparator interface. Okay, so it's going to compare two books based on customized. Okay, so what we are going to compare, we use a two-level comparison. We first do name compare, and then we do ID compare. Okay, so basically, we can see for this class, this is the only method that this class implemented. Okay, yeah, let's take a look our application. Okay, so we import array list, iterator, linked list, and lists. Mm, So, so let's see. So over here, this AR, the type is list. Okay, so because the type is a list, so this is static type. Okay, then you do new. So the object is array list. Okay, so this is dynamic. Okay, because array list implement list, so this is allowed. It need that is a relationship. Okay, then we add 5 books for this AR. Okay, now we have AR2, it's still a list, but this time we use linked list to create the objects. Okay, and we have 3 books added. And then if you recall, so over here, we call list. So call list. Basically, all of this add method from array list. List. Okay, because of the dynamic dispatch. Okay, it will look for the furthest. Okay. And then all of this add is from linked list. Okay, it's because of the dynamic class is linked list. And this add all, this is from who? And it's add AR2, is it? So this is from array list. Okay. And AR2 is allowed because the type is collection. Okay. And AR2 is a linked list. Linked list, it's the sub-interface. It implements these interfaces of list. And and the Q. Okay, so of course you can do that. So that's allowed. And then just a regular toString. And we can take a look the output. The output would, yeah, if you take a look, so here is the output. Array list, linked list, and the whole list. See, the order is insertion as inserted order. Okay. Okay, let's take a further look at what did we do here. And then we call the search method. So this is array list. Okay, and you search a book. Okay, and we will see if it's true or false. It also check for the collection, is it for some subset it contains. It also try to call the equals method. And we can see contain, yeah, I did find that. And this is for deep copy and check, okay. And yeah, contain the book, contain the sublist, is it? And if it's not, if it's equal, no, is it? Yeah. And what to the next section does is, and then here we call ArrayList iterator method. With it, it will return an iterator. And then we can use iterators that has next and next to do the traversing. Okay, so the output. So then you can see the output is the same. So both are the same. And then next, what we did is we call the remove. Okay, so remove, you specify a book. That, so then let's see. Yeah, is the item removed and it return true. Okay. Then you also call, okay, remove. You specify some conditions that, okay, here I said, okay, I want to remove a book. The ID is 221. Is it? So is it removed? That's a book. Yeah, I said it's removed. Okay. So this remove if, and y over here, you can pass in. So basically, you pass in some kind of condition, is it? Yeah, so that's allowed because it's kind of like this is a lambda expression, okay? So it's basically it's some functional interface. Uh, plugged in. Okay, so that's allowed. And then over here, we call the toArray function. Okay, and you need to specify the object. So it's a book for the array type. Okay, so then we can use for each loop to loop through the array. And then let's see the output. So it did get removed, and then the book converted to an array. Okay, so it's output. Now we can also see this removed. The item did get removed. Okay, then let's see. So here, if you recall, the array, uh, so here you can see Array list also has support a function called string, okay, method. And it's quite useful here because we kind of just using one statement, but we did a couple of operations, okay. We first do some condition, do filtering. So what over here is we want to filter out all of the books that start with letter A, okay, capitalized 808. Capital letter A we want to remove. After we remove them for the results, we are going to do the for each loop to output it. Yeah, you can see over here, you just do this chain the call, okay? So the string operation is very useful, okay, in Java for the collection. And then we can see we can use very concise code, so just one statement, but we do couple of operations, okay, with one statement. We do filtering, and then we also uh, write the iteration so that we basically didn't specifically like do the for loop, but with this for each operation, then we can still do that, okay? And the same thing here, we don't need to do the loop to do the filter, but it automatically will do that with these strings operations. So that's quite helpful, okay? Very nice feature here. And we can see if the result is, so here is listed book, calling collections string. Okay, we needed to, okay, yeah, it's here. Calling collections the output, okay, with A, and you can check for all the output. It doesn't have A, okay. So that's a powerful, very powerful operation to go ahead to use. And then over here, it's because it's array list, implement list. And one of the features is indexing for list. So here, yeah, you can specify the index, and it will give you the item. Yeah. If you see the third item, okay. So 0, 1, 2, okay, third one. And array list also support sorting, okay? So you can call array list sort method. And here what we do is we specify because it allows the comparator interface with it. So that's why you can go ahead directly do the function interface. To create an object that implements a comparator. And here, what we do for the comparison is compare by name, just by name. Okay, and then we output that. Okay, sorted by name output. And the last is you can also get a sublist, okay, specifying with the index operation. Okay. Okay, so that's the application about Java list interface. Okay, so we completed discussion of this example, and we will come back to discuss our next example in a little while. See you.